People call up and ask for price and then they hang up. That's a pretty common thing. So when we're doing advertising with Custom Wave, I'm not really concerned whether or not the phone calls are going to be there or not. The phone calls are going to be there. The emails, the text messages from potential customers will be there. Usually, the biggest challenge in making sure the clients can make money is making sure that the phone calls turn the customers. So sometimes when that doesn't happen, I'll have a conversation with the client and they'll say, "Hey, Chris, I'm getting calls. I'm not getting customers. What the heck is going on?" So usually the biggest number one reason why somebody would not get customers is a client will tell me, well, I got somebody called up and they're just price checking, they're price shopping. They call me up, they ask for price, and then they say thank you, and then they hang up. Why did they do that? Most business owners think that it's just people being cheap. They just happen to be getting phone calls of people that are cheap. But I've actually found that there is a really important reason why this happens, and there's actually an adjustment that you can make to decrease the odds of this happening. So one of the biggest things in search engine advertising is the location. The location is really important in terms of where the ads show up. Ultimately, if you're getting a phone call of somebody that's too far away, a lot of businesses are going to have to increase their price and charge more in order to make it worth their while, in order to get that customer. So, airport transportation, any delivery business that's out there, auto repair, if somebody from the shop has to drive farther out to help them out. A lot of different businesses, some contractors, if they got to drive farther out to give an estimate, they might charge more if their truck's got to drive a farther distance to get to the job site. They might have to charge more. So there's a lot of businesses that are out there where if the customer is further away, they're going to have to charge a little more to make it worth their while. But the problem, though, is that the market's so competitive these days. The customer is probably going to find somebody closer to them that's going to give them a lower price because the closer proximity, and that's probably the biggest reason why that they'll call you, they'll ask for price, and they hang up. It's because you're getting phone calls to people that are too far away, and the customer doesn't like your price and they hang up because somebody gave them a much lower price. So that's usually the biggest reason why that happens. It's a pretty easy adjustment to make. The main thing is that we just shrink the target area. We shrink the size of between north, south, east, and west of how far you're targeting. We get you phone calls to people that are closer, and then magically you'll find a lot more people liking your price, which gives you a much better chance of actually getting the customer.